Sure how much Jake has been practicing up until this point, but it'll be interesting for sure to see how skilled he is coming into this. But I guess we'll see with this first match here.
For sure. All right.
Let me get us a different playlist because I don't think we have game audio for either player right now.
Jake sent in a hefty amount. He was unfortunately one line short. Otherwise, that would have been a really nice kill on Lakitu. And both players exiting Lakitu only 3 seconds apart. We already got a close race going here.
Yeah, that's a good prediction there, Darkwing. Definitely some pain will be shared between both of these guys. Probably more specifically towards the end when we have to battle Kamek and Bowser.
Absolutely.
Jake showing that, man, he maybe hasn't played the game in a while, but he has that 9 chain to start here. It's definitely going to keep Bumpty topped off, but that shake time's probably going to give him a little bit of time. But no, he drops the greens down, so both the guys finishing at a very similar time again.
Yeah, it looks like Yume made up those 3-second difference, and now they're about neck and neck. I'd say maybe like a second difference.
Jake does drop the chain this time around, though, and Yume is probably going to have the opportunity to take a bigger lead, and that's what he's going to do there with a very solid 14-second on Poochie.
Very nice.
He might have wasted all that pressure on that fight before this with that 9 chain, but he's looking for a pretty good follow-up now. He gets the 5 and a 6 with the 4 combo tacked on at the end. This will be enough to top off Poochie, but how long is he going to delay for?
Meanwhile, Yume trying to quickly top off Wiggler here. As he just keeps kind of clearing and clearing, but he's definitely running out of stop time, just like that. Go 32.
And just like
and then
that,
Jake.
Yeah, Jake would just got trolled a little bit there on Poochie. Didn't quite top him off at the beginning, and then Poochie just managed to find some clears. So what was a very close and even game, now Yume has that full stage lead here, and he's not slowing down at all. He's been very consistent with his pressure.
He may not quite send in enough in the beginning here, but he's definitely got a nice follow-up chain and combos going here.
Yeah, Froggy with the separated stacks, he has to panic and do all those clears back to back. Wastes a little bit more time for Yume, but luckily there was no garbage clear, and Yume will still finish that off with a 30-second fight.
Yeah.
Wiggler trying to do some more trolling to Jake over here. Oops, let's stop this. I forgot I still had shuffle on. There we go. They should play in order now. Of course, it had to hit the sound effect song right afterward.
Alright. You may gonna need to send a little bit more here for Blarg to keep him topped off. Jake's struggling a bit here with a minute 12. A little over a minute from Poochie and Wiggler. Hopefully he can make up some time like he did earlier in the earlier stages.
Yeah, and Yume's going to finish off Blarg with a 37-second. Jake reminds me of a couple of the other players that we've seen that haven't practiced too much since the tournament has started. They have these strong starts at the beginning, maybe just because I don't know, the pressure hasn't gotten to them yet. But as soon as they get that one troll that's going on later, it seems that they do struggle sending more pressure later on. Kind of like how we saw Blue Bomber last night. He had a lot of really good starts, but he just couldn't finish it out towards the mid and late game.
Jake sent in a lot of combo garbage on Froggy. Unfortunately, he's going to make that clear and going to give Froggy a lot of blocks to work with. It's definitely important to focus on sending both a good amount of a nice healthy chain along with combos. Otherwise, you give them a lot of work with. But he does manage to kill Froggy with a 50.
So he's 2 stages down right now. Not terrible, especially with the cave that's still yet to be played. But Yume's been pretty consistent for the most part. I think he had 1 major troll. Other than that, it's been like at least sub 30 for everything.
Yeah.
And he's looking to beat Raphael sub 6. It might be a little bit longer of a troll here, but he might be able to get that kill just in time.
Getting a nice force kill here on Raphael. Almost a sub 6.
He did find the adequate follow-ups though to close out that match without it going a little bit longer. I was scared Raphael wasn't topped off at first, but yeah, he did have the proper follow-up there at the end.
Yeah.
Jake looks like he's bouncing back a little bit here. This has definitely been faster in a couple of stages before. He's just got to find his groove and get those chains consistent, because it can be harder as you are going down. Just this engine is pretty unforgiving, and if you don't react quick enough or have your chains set up properly beforehand, you just get in this weird funk where you can't really find what clear you want to do next. But he's got a good start up here. Unfortunately, does not get the timing correct on that blue clear.
He's got a nice 6 chain going here, though. Meanwhile, Yume bouncing ahead some more with a 31 on Hookbill.
Yeah, he's getting a nice 30-second average, it seems like, for most of these stages right now. And that's really what you need. If you can just top off your opponent, that's the big thing for races. Even though, you know, playing a little bit aggressive can lead to some faster stage times, it can also lead to a lot bigger trolls, especially if you don't top off your opponent in the end. Piranha doing some interesting chains there. Had that 6 combo mixed in with the 6 chain in total. Gonna lower the stack all the way, and it looks like this will be the death eventually, though.
Yeah, he definitely got greedy there with the chains and used up all his blocks and got force killed. Unfortunately, Jake going to be suffering a quick death there on Raphael.
Yeah, he had that little well in the middle of his stack there and just couldn't find what he wanted to immediately. And the combo garbage block placement didn't really help either, so trying to shuffle last second, suffers a setback, and now 3 stages down. He's going to need a miracle and some Bowser trolling here to maybe mount this comeback for the first game.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, Jake raised the stack one too many times and accidentally killed himself.
I know that feel all too well. It happens, especially because you'll get caught off guard a little bit if you don't have that immediate clear. But that's definitely not what he needs right now. 2 deaths on Raphael, not helping him all, and now Yume is going to be heading to Bowser here.
With a nice, I'd say a sub 10 pace here, if he gets a nice quick Bowser.
Yeah, for sure. He's played pretty consistently, hitting that 30-second quota for most of the time. Get around a 40-second here on Bowser, and that will give him that very solid sub 10 time. That's going to win a lot of these group matches for you.
Yeah. Finally, Jake moving on to the cave here. Throwing a lot of hefty combo garbage there. Oh, and Yume with a 15 on Bowser, finishing with a 930.
Yeah, Bowser did that 4 combo, and he actually didn't have any chain follow-up afterwards, so he went for the lowering stack phase afterward. But he had 4 blocks he had to drag all the way across the screen. And man, that was a super quick Bowser, and he's going to finish this at a 930. good stuff to him taking this first race.
Very nice.
I believe that's what that time equates to, as well as like around a 30-second in-game average, maybe a little bit quicker. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely something you want to go for. Like I mentioned, in group stages, it's gonna win you a lot. Even if he makes the main bracket, that'll be a time that holds up pretty solid. Though
Absolutely.
you're gonna see a lot of sub-9s as this tournament progresses.
Alright, Jake trying to finish up, moving on to Piranha now.
Yeah, so right in that range, Darkwing, just like right under 30 seconds. Not too bad to be happening right now. Oh, excuse me. Jake's picking it up a little bit in these last couple stages after he took those 2 deaths to Raphael. Maybe a little fire in him right now, as he has been getting a little bit more consistent chains, though Piranha has still got a little bit of room to breathe in. Let's see if Jake can find the proper follow-up now and end this match. It looks like this might do it if he gets this 3 chain to drop here pretty soon. Yeah, Piranha's going to be force killed here.
Nice.
So at this point, Jake, you know, obviously he knows he lost this race. I think he's just looking for a little bit of practice here on out, which is the good thing you can do. You know, you got time to finish up the races at the end, especially with the wild card incentive at the conclusion of group stage. And this is good, because Kamek and Bowser are definitely going to be the 2 opponents to test you the most. And it'll help you get into the groove to maybe not dropping so many chains, or trying to incorporate some combos here and there as well. So we'll see what Jake can do with this last couple minutes of practice time here before race 2.
Yeah, definitely want to get that good practice in and not want to forfeit these matches, especially with that nice wildcard incentive going on. As forfeiting matches penalizes you a bit.
He does get that huge chain follow-up there. It's going to absolutely destroy Kamek. So another sub 1 minute fight. This is looking better for him, as he's looking to eclipse sub 15, maybe even sub 14 if Bowser goes well. We saw Yume get a 15 second, so why not Jake's turn now?
Yeah.
He gets the good start here, and he's finding his chains. He's going to start with the 6 chain, and that 7 pops up at the top too, so this should top off Bowser for the time being. And he's getting the proper follow-ups afterward here too. So we'll see how Bowser deals with this pressure at the end. Still chaining away. Jake's probably going to need to drop this chain. All this is going to be perfect for him. If he can just drop this chain right here, which he will do, this might be enough to kill Bowser, though he'll have some shake time to probably drag the yellows over. Oh, he's got second tier up top. He might not be able to get to it, though. Let's see how Bowser reacts. Oh, he does get to it, unfortunately. But this might kill, yeah. He was like so low on stop time after that. I'm like, there's no way he tries to pull another rabbit out of his head. But Jake, you know, finished just strong there. Another sub 1 minute time. Bowser was like one of his fastest in the cave. So finishing strong, and hopefully he can carry that momentum into game 2 here.
Yeah, hopefully he can find those chains a bit easier and not combo spam so much. Combos are nice, but they can only get you so far.
Yeah, especially if your opponent does manage to clear them, and it's more detrimental in that late game, which is like, it can be so frustrating because you can cheese those opponents pretty easily by cutting off your chain really short and sending like really quick combo harassments and getting those like 12, 11, 10-second times. But if
Yeah.
that fails, then your opponent's probably going to just keep chaining, and you're probably in there for at least like 40 seconds. But yeah, Yume played pretty consistently. His key to victory again here is just keep up the same game plan. He did everything he needed to finish off his opponents here.
Yeah, keep up that same game plan. Get those nice sub 30-second stages, and he's all good in the driver's seat.
Jake definitely has a chance with the sign of life that he showed at the end of the race. Consistency is going to be his game too. We've saw plenty of times where he was getting 7+ chains, and if he finds those eventually lead to the kill. So he can compete with Yume here and get, you know, virtually the same times as him. But we're off into the second game now. We'll see if those guys can keep this consistency.
Yeah.
Yume starting strong. He's going to drop this chain early, though. It's not going to quite top off Lakitu, and he's looking for another follow-up here. Gets that A combo, which is going to drop 2 rows of garbage blocks at the top, and that will be enough for the 20.
Jake getting a 22 though, definitely helping keep this neck and neck so far.
We got glimpses of last race right now. I feel like it's funny because Lakitu is one of the biggest trolls in the run, I would say. But most of these races, these guys, both competitors have just like buckled down and done the chains that they needed to do, and are usually like pretty tied heading out of that first match. So.
It's nice to see that they weren't trolled by the first stage. And ooh, Jake with a nice 15 on Bumpty, as he's going to be taking the first lead of this match.
Yeah, Jake got handed a gift there. Bumpty had that very tall stack in the middle, and that's going to help him. But Yume bounces back with the 25-second victory. As he's seen with his consistency, his average time was around that for his entire last run last time. But here comes Jake, gets that 5 chain with the 7 combo. This might be enough to top off Poochie here at the end. He's got to be careful for the clear, though. Poochie not doing Yume any favors either. He's going to lower his stack almost entirely and find that clear. Yume is going to need to find a little bit of a follow-up here in order to top off Poochie. This might be enough as it falls. Oh no, still 1 line short, but Poochie's probably got to resort to raising his stack. This might hurt him in the end, and gets that 2nd tier clear.
Oh, that was interesting. On Jake's screen, Poochie was lowering a stack and died while the stack was lowering.
Huh, interesting. But yeah, Jake looks like he's definitely turning it up here, dude. His chaining ability is definitely very consistent. It's not going to give you those quick sub 20 times, but it'll definitely give you usually a sub 30 time. But Wiggler basically clears all the blocks on his screen. He's going to be trolling a little bit. Has the yellows in a good position to clear. This is Yume's chance to take this lead back.
Yeah, Wiggler was playing with a really low stack on Jake's side, so he definitely needs to send more. As Yume's going to be switching the lead right back in his favor.
Yeah, Yume again hitting his quota of that sub 30-second time. Jake finding the follow-up he finally needs, though. Very good 2-5 combos, or 6 combos rather, mixed in with that chain, and he's going to close out Wiggler in 55 seconds. Not too far behind still. This is definitely a lot better than last round. But we got to see how he adjusts when he gets to that stage 7 and 8 territory, because Raphael gave him a lot of troubles last time.
Jake definitely playing with a nice tall stack here. He's going to have to be careful of that stack on the right. He saw it and he lowered it real quick. As Yume's going to be moving on with a 27 on Froggy.
Is he just hitting like 27, 26 second times every time? That's like his magic number right now.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Luckily for him, that's a good number to be hitting pretty consistently too. It just shows he has that good follow-up. and then he knows how to send just enough right afterward to occupy the opponent. As you see, Blarg is not topped off here, but Yume's going to have this appropriate follow-up. Though it looks like Blarg's going to ruin his streak of 27-second victories with that chain falling in place.
Getting a nice force kill, though, with a 30. As Yume's got about a stage lead as they're both exiting Stage 5 and Stage 6, respectively, at around the same time.
Jake has that nice 5 combo at the start here. He's going to be looking to continue this chain. Oh, tries to go for that frame perfect switch at the very end there. Doesn't end up getting it, but he finds a really good combo follow-up afterward. Jake's actually surprising me with a lot of the things he's been going for, because I didn't think he's been practicing all too much, but it shows like his technical skill is definitely still there. As look at that, he's gonna basically get a force kill there. I mean, Blarg had room to go for a clear, but finished it off basically equal with Yume.
Yeah, they're pretty much neck and neck, just a stage apart. With what you were saying about Jake and not practicing much, I feel like when it comes to games like this, it's like riding a bike. Once you get the feel of it, it just kind of all comes back.
For sure, and that's the one thing that makes a little bit of an advantage for Jake, is because he has played this like more years in recent years than Yume, I would say. He's had this practice over and over again, and this like feeling is very familiar for him when he does try to get back into the game, because he's taken several breaks throughout the years.
Yeah. And Yume going to be moving on to the cave here. All about a sub 6 again, roughly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yume definitely very consistent. I like to stress that for a lot of his gameplay right now. Jake is getting around to that same part again. Lungefish was giving him troubles, as well as Raphael last run, and Lungefish going about a minute right now. He's going to need to find the solution here to finish him off.
Oh, unfortunately, Jake can be taking a death here at a minute 12. He was definitely, I could tell he was definitely running short on stop time there. And it just caught him off guard.
Meanwhile, Yume does finish off Hookbill with a time you would probably guess, 27 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like just these last couple opponents before the cave have been getting to Jake right now. He just doesn't get quite as big of a chain as he wants, especially since these guys play a little bit faster. They will generally have lower stacks than a couple opponents before them. So you got to be careful, and you got to really send a lot of pressure here. And that's what Jake did there. That was a pretty good 6 chain. Yume going for that 5 combo. That was a little bit scary there. I thought he was going to take a death, which would have helped Jake since he just finished with 44 seconds. But Yume as well holds on and tops him by 4 seconds there. Still with a pretty good lead here, about 3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a little bit of a struggle for Jake. He's just like, it's hard for him to find these chains leading up. He did go for a pretty nice 9 combo. He found that set up pretty fast there. But, oh, Yume actually making a mistake on his screen. He's going to take a death to Kamek. This is what Jake could need right now.
If he can get a quick Raphael like he does, and moving on to Hookbill now.
That helps. That's 1 more stage ahead now. It was 3 when Yume was entering Kamek. Make that 2-stage lead now, and there's still Bowser left to go. Jake in a much better position than last race, and this is his final chance to try to win this match, so he's got to make Hookbill count right here. We already got Kamek going for multiple clears right now. There's going to be some shake time as this as these blocks fall. Kamek gets another clear and will continue to clear, not being topped off until this next bit of garbage falls. So more time for Kamek to maybe stall here. It's got to go to the top, but unfortunately not going to be able to get the blocks down. So Jake might be able to get this follow-up on Hookbill pretty soon. This should kill on Hookbill's screen.
Yeah, Hookbill almost had those blues, but ran out of stop time just in time.
But yeah, we're in that spot again. Jake's in a better position, only being down by 2 stages as it was like, I think 3 or 4 last time. But Bowser's going to need to keep these chains going, and he has the separated towers. This could be good for Yume. We might see the kill here pretty quickly. He gets those purple clears, but doesn't do an immediate one afterward. He had like no stop time there. So Yume cleans it up well around the 10-minute mark again, and he will take this race and this match.
Very nice. GG, Yume.
And that was an impressive showing for him, considering this was his first race on stream. A lot of people's first races, you know, it's them trying to get back into this game. Even with a little bit of practice, sometimes the nerves can get to you. But he was definitely Mr. Consistency from what we saw today. And if he keeps that up and, you know, lowers those times just a little bit more, he's going to be a very big threat when it comes to the main bracket. Yeah, GG's to Jake as well. He definitely picked it up on the second race, and he's still looking to finish this one out strong too.
He's definitely playing a lot better than the last race. He's got to be careful though. He's running with a high stack and not a lot of stop time.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the vision of the chain he wants now. He's going to finish this off with a 6, which is going to top off Kamek for the time being because Kamek raised his stack. He's going to need to send a little bit more here, though, especially since Kamek's doing these chains. It's going to be a 5 chain in total, and with the lowering of the stack, going to have a little bit of breathing room. This 3 chain follow-up is going to be enough. It just depends if Kamek has the immediate follow-up afterward.
Runs out of stop time just in time before he finds that blue for a clear, as Jake moves on to Bowser here.
That's always one of the best positions you want to be in, is where when the garbage falls, there's no opportunity for shake for your opponent. I mean, it's not really something you can control, but it's definitely a good sight, because then if no chains are dropping in the process, then you will get that kill there. And he's looking to repeat that performance here with Bowser. Gets the 4 chain and going to try to do this little follow-up here. It's not going to be enough for Bowser. He's got to be careful himself. He's got to drop that left stack, but he gets there just in time.
Getting a nice 4 chain follow-up. Not quite enough to top him off again. Needs a little bit more.
This might be enough here. Bowser's going to do this one last clear and have the purples as a bailout, but Jake's follow-up's going to be enough for the time being. I don't see any... No, there's green chain dropping. Yeah, it's going to stall him out just a little bit longer. He's got the purple clears. He elects to clear every single purple along with the blues. This might be bad for Bowser, and that's going to end it for Jake there.
There we go. All right, so Yume is going to be taking this match that was supposed to be from week 2 to 2-0. I believe next up, Yume is going to be taking on Phoenix Roost this week.
Yeah, I believe so. We'll get to that in a little bit, but we'll show you guys a little bit of a updated standings in the meantime. So